If you're vegan or a plant-based eater, this is perfect for you guys. If you're looking for a really great frosting recipe for your cakes and cupcakes, that's what I'm going to be showing you guys today. Welcome back to another episode of Basic Baking on the Scran Line. I'm Nick, and in this episode, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make my vegan buttercream frosting. If you're vegan or a plant-based eater, this is perfect for you guys. If you're looking for a really great frosting recipe for your cakes and cupcakes, that's what I'm going to be showing you guys today. Before we begin making our frosting, there are two different ingredients I need to run through. So the first one is shortening. I'm going to be using shortening in this recipe. I know that some people don't like it. The reason I use it is because it helps stabilize the frosting and make it really great for actually piping and holding its shape. The other thing I'm going to be using is plant-based or vegan margarine. Again, some people have a strong opinion about margarine. That's what I'm going to be using in this recipe. To begin, we are going to be adding our margarine and shortening into a large mixing bowl. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to make this frosting using a hand mixer because most people don't have a stand mixer. But if you do have a stand mixer, you can use a paddle attachment. We're going to mix these two ingredients together and get them nice and creamy. You want to scrape down the bowl and continue mixing for a couple more minutes. The aim here is to get these two ingredients nice and creamy and a little bit pale in color before we add our sugar. Now today I'm going to be using organic powdered sugar. It's a vegan alternative to regular powdered sugar. I didn't know that regular powdered sugar can have stuff in it that doesn't make it vegan until my lovely vegan followers let me know about it. So for this recipe, organic powdered sugar. We're going to add our powdered sugar into that creamy butter mixture, and you want to begin by mixing on low speed. Now, if you've watched my American buttercream frosting, you know that you definitely want to mix on low speed because otherwise you end up with a sugar dust storm, and you definitely don't want that. Mix, 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 and once you can see no dry ingredients, you are going to crank it up to high speed and continue mixing for a couple more minutes. Again, the aim here is to get these ingredients nice and smooth and creamy. Once you have got those ingredients creamy and smooth, you're going to add some vanilla extract. A great way to get this frosting nice and smooth, which I didn't show in this video, is by adding some plant-based milk in there. If it's a warm day where you are, you want to avoid using the milk in the frosting because as well as making it smooth, it actually softens the frosting a little bit as well. So if it's a warm day, skip the milk, just use it as it is. Still delicious. To turn this vegan frosting into chocolate frosting, you're just going to add some cocoa powder in there. You want to make sure that you sift the cocoa powder, otherwise you might end up with clumps of it in your frosting. And if you do, it's not easy to get them out. So make sure you sift it and then mix it in there. Now guys, a really great habit to get into as a beginner or a professional baker is scraping down your bowls because even if you're using a stand mixer or a hand mixer, they don't always get the bottom or the sides of the bowl properly, so you always want to scrape down. Now, if you want to make this ahead of time, you can do that. Pop it into an airtight container, chill it in the fridge for up to 2 weeks. I've actually had it in there longer. Just keep in mind that fridges can have some smells and frosting is porous, meaning it absorbs those smells. So unless you want garlic flavored frosting for your guests, just keep an eye on that and keep it in mind. To freshen up the frosting, leave it out at room temperature for a couple hours and then pop it in the microwave for about 5 or 10 seconds. This frosting is a little bit softer than American buttercream frosting, so don't microwave it for too long. The aim is to get it soft enough to be able to mix it like you usually do when you're making the frosting. After a couple of minutes, the frosting should be nice and beautifully smooth, just like brand new. To color this buttercream frosting, you can use food gels, like coloring food gels. A little bit goes a long way with food gels, so that's why they're a much better option than using liquid food gel. And liquid food gel can tend to make your frosting look a little bit split sometimes, so stick to food gels. Flavoring this frosting is really easy as well. You can just use flavorings like essences or extracts. You can even use like a vegan sauce, like a salted caramel or a chocolate sauce, and just mix it in there. With sauces, you just want to warm them up just a little bit, not too warm, otherwise you risk melting your frosting. And then just pour it in there, mix it with the mixer, and you have delicious frosting. I hope you guys enjoyed this vegan frosting recipe. This frosting is actually perfectly paired with my egg-free vegan cupcakes. So I've got a chocolate and a vanilla vegan plant-based cupcake recipe in this series. Delicious. And by the way, guys, my vegan chocolate cupcakes are better than my regular cupcakes. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you all on the next episode of Basic Baking on the Scran Line.